Hey there, folks. I know it's been a while since I've done an update for Patreon or YouTube or anything like that, but I'm back for a minute. This is going to be a short update because my voice is shot and you can tell how I sound that I'm sick. I caught a cold just after Christmas and I wanted to spend the majority of the rest of the week and the rest of the year in bed, but I had things to do, so that didn't happen. Plus, I ended up getting some more mushroom coffee. And when I had that first cup on Wednesday morning, it lit me up, and I was ready to rock and roll. First order of business, I want to do my due diligence and thank all of you guys for supporting me on Patreon. Those of you who are catching this on YouTube, down below in the link description section is the Patreon URL for that. Even $1 helps. You are supporting a writer, a person who is destined to live his passionate dreams and do nothing else other than talk at the camera and have an awkward angle because I can't look straight at the camera for whatever reason. Anyway, those of you who do support, thank you. Did a lot last year. I looked back at the year and I took Christmas was particularly hard on me, but the day afterwards I ended up going into work at the cigar shop and it was a fairly dead day. I was surprised we got any customers, and even the owner was allowing me to open for her, for that matter. But I came home on Tuesday evening and did my thing and went to bed. Wednesday morning, got up, had that coffee, and started to look at what I got to do for the rest of the year, writing-wise and planning-wise. And basically, one of the things that I've done as a writer is start opening up my head. And what I mean by that is I have a different account somewhere that's private, and I know that normally journaling is supposed to preferably be done with pen and paper, but I'll give you an example of why we don't do that. There it is. This is my writing journal. I mean my writing moleskin. And that's another page I can show you guys. Okay, you know what? So, that's my handwriting. It's abysmal. And it takes me too long to write by hand anything. So I figured, screw it, we use LiveJournal or some other platform and just do it that way. That's what I prefer. It's always worked for me. I've been doing this since 2005. So, there you go. Anyway, I went ahead and just started jotting down everything, just letting my brain my fingers spill onto the page. I don't do this as a writer, and some people do, but I just vomited all the insecure shit, all the questions I have, all the stuff that I have, done when I did something akin to Lifebook earlier this year, or last year, to question and plan out and really try to nail down a better focus for 2018, because it's going to be a great year. But I needed some direction, and I needed some clarity. So that's what I ended up doing the last week of the year before going to the cigar club on New Year's. So that being said, I got up Wednesday morning and had this scratch in my voice and this pounding headache. And oh yeah, I took 5 days off from drinking. No reason. I just chose to do it. Every once in a blue moon, I will decide that I just want to reset my system a little bit, or I will, normally I just do it. I don't have a reason. Considering that no broken bones, no stupid things, no one's terribly pissed at me for anything I did while I was drunk anyway. Things got handled on time in deadline land, classes got taught, no reason. I just felt like doing it. And so I said to myself, no booze till Sunday. And the funny thing is that I was craving all week. I had a fridge full of beer, there's scotch in there, there's a bottle of sparkling wine in there, there's riots up above the fridge. And I was craving one beer. And so Sunday runs around and I thought to myself, actually I got done working Saturday night and thought I would come home and have that beer because I didn't have a reason to promise myself, but I have my own integrity. I ended up watching Sons of Anarchy, and at 2 in the morning I decided that I was going to meditate, And I thought, okay, before I meditate, it's technically Sunday, I'll get that beer. No, that's a violation of my rules, because my rules state that the day is not the day over until you go to bed. So had I gone to sleep at 2 and woken up at 3, ideally, writer's time, thought, okay, you know what, let me meditate, go to bed. I'll get that beer when I get up Sunday morning. That's legit, okay? Alright, well, it didn't happen. I got up, I ate, I made this nasty ass mean alkalizing smoothie that's supposed to put your body into an alkaline state. I needed it anyway because I'm not getting enough vegetables. I only eat them once a day, and I eat the same vegetables day in and day out. It's a bulletproof / wild fit thing. And it's just because I kind of lazy, I guess. Income would help too, but mostly lazy, I think. Well, anyway, make the smoothie, have that, and then decide, a couple of things have to happen before I can go to the cigar club. I need to make sure my duck is thawed, so I took the duck breast out. I need to clean my apartment. I wanted it to be spotless, so I did that. Had to do something else. And then I had to go get groceries, because I had stuff for dinner that night, but everything else was lacking. So I went ahead and bought groceries. And I came home, and I thought, finally, I can have that beer. So I get the beer out of the, I'm not even numbering the fridge before I stocked it up. Pour that beer out into the glass. Its golden hue is calling me. I can still smell it despite my stuffed up nose. I'm looking real forward to this fucking drink. It's been 5 days, and I drink every day. What? Sue me. Beer up to my lips, take that first sip, and oh my god, it tastes awful. Why? Because my throat is shot and I'm sick. That's actually the punchline. Anyway, spent the night at Highland Cigar Company with the fam. Good times. Good times. I got to connect and reconnect and let my mind get loose without getting too terribly tight. And now, it's the second right now, we're ready to rock and roll. Full ham, as they say in the South, on a number of projects, including a cigar charity project, a number of writers' projects, finally getting Covenant of Wolves book out, done to the agent this month. And then, of course, the I Love Vampire Novels box set. That's coming out. I believe our tentative release date is February 20th. So I'll be a lot more active on Patreon for you guys, because you're paying for it, part. Number 2, on social media, because we need to get that thing hyped up. So I'm going to cut early. I did this a minute ago, and when I cut the video the first time, I was a little too long, and on top of that, this stupid debt collector I don't recognize calls. And the funny thing was, do yourself a favor and look up the term creepypasta and Booth World Industries. I answered just as Booth World would have, and they hung up. It was amusing. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're catching this on YouTube and you want to support a writer, the links are in the description down below. And I promise I'll have some new things coming for you guys within the next few days, and some more news once my voice is not totally shot to shit. Thank you again. I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year.